two announcements possible, and they draw from the manifesto of the BJP,
Yes.
the promises made by the party.
Yes.
One is that there might be an announcement of a new bullet train corridor. One is already being made between Ahmedabad and Mumbai. Then there is the announcement of Ayushman Bharat to include all senior citizens. As of now, it is meant only for the poor.
This is very good.
All senior citizens.
It is going to be extremely well received.
Yes. And then in terms of the focus of the budget is going to be pushing the consumption story and jobs. And to that extent, for example, the PLI is going to be strengthened for the existing sectors, and then toys and leather, those two sectors to be included.
Specifically.
Yes. And there is likely an announcement by the finance minister about a deep tech policy, focusing on the future technologies. We were discussing about the AI as a disruptor. And
deep tech policy.
Yes, deep tech policy. On the side of agriculture...
Focus on deep tech policy.
Yes.
So I'm seeing the headline, source-based focus on deep tech policy.
Yes.
New bullet train corridor.
Yes.
Ayushman Bharat may extend to all senior citizens.
Yes.
Then you are saying PLI for jobs.
Yes.
PLI for the leather product sector.
And toys.
And toys,
Yes.
which is again aimed at, China. So
Yes.
this is some initial info.
And a very important one, which is perhaps going to be most important.
Yeah.
There is to be an announcement for a digital agricultural mission.
Yeah.
And the limit of Kisan credit card is expected to be increased from rupees 3 lakh to 5 lakhs, because this is going to give a push to the rural demand.
Okay, so you can put those news inputs in our news WhatsApp group. They'll break on the channel. Mohandas Pai, good morning. Good morning, Mohandas Pai. We got you at this critical time, 17 minutes to presentation. Straight question, your expectations, a few singular focus areas you'd like to see.
Arnab, the budget should address the problems in the economy. What are the problems? First is lack of purchasing power in the bottom 50% of our society. The trickle-down impact is not working, will not work. The elections send a message that they're very unhappy, and the takatak really had an impact. Second is creating jobs in the poorest 300 districts in the country where there is distress. The third is the middle class. The middle class is angry and upset that they've not got a fair deal in the last 10 years. They're paying the majority of taxes, and whatever tax base they get is based upon housing interest and housing loans, where only 1 crore out of 6 crore people get the benefit. And their actual net income, I think in real terms, has come down in hand. School fees have gone up, education costs have gone up, EMI has gone up, housing costs, rental has gone up. They're very angry and upset all over the country. And the next big issue is the regulatory overreach. People are scared in business of ED, CBI, all of them, because the cases are not being decided. Income tax goes in raids and destroys people's reputation. But 65 to 70% of all cases against the income tax department is against them. No, I think we have to remove this fear in business. All this has to be done. For that, there is 3 lakh crores. Arnab, there is 3 lakh crores more income coming than the budget. About RBI has given 1.3 lakh crores more dividend. About 50,000 crores more dividend will come from the public sector. Income tax is going up in 22-23%. So what we need now in the budget is a DBT program for the 10.6 crore women who get subsidized gas, 2,000 rupees a month. So the purchasing power goes up. In the poorest 300 districts, a special employment zone where employment created gets benefits from the government in the form of training grants and reimbursement of ESI and PF as done in the Kaushal scheme. Third, for the middle class, enhancement of the tax slab, 0 to 5, no tax, 5 to 10, 10%, 10 to 15, 20, above the 30 plus surcharge, no tax breaks. They can keep the 7th slab, which Finance Minister allows so much as it is, and give an alternative to these people, so there's more money. Next is make sure the regulatory agencies will file charge sheet within 6 months and finish the case within 3 years. We need government whom we have elected to power to remove this fear, and no publicity for any tax rates. Don't destroy people's reputation. You know what has happened to you, Arnab, when the Maharashtra government went after you, right? At the end of it, you are innocent, but they hurt your name. Yeah. That is not acceptable in a democracy. And the last thing I want to tell you, 8 lakh crore is the subsidy given for farmers and others. What are the middle class got? Nothing. The middle class are only made to pay more and more. So there has to be a focus, the middle class, focus on that. And of course, investments. There's money in the budget, there has to be focus, and there must not, fiscal deficit will be 5.1%, 1 or 2, 0.1 to 0.2%, and this has to set the trend for the next 5 years. It has to be a new dawn, as promised by Prime Minister Modi, who said the first 10 years are a trailer, and now we're going to see what happens. Special focus on it, help all sectors of people, increase the mojo with the industry. And Arnab, India is in great shape. Our economy is growing 6.5%, 7.5%, 8% last year. Banking sector is in great shape. We invest more than $1 trillion in capex as per the national income statistics. Huge amount of jobs are being created, except that 80% of jobs are less than 20,000 rupees. Their income has to go up, but an infrastructure is going up. But we need much more in the next 5 years. In the next 5 years, we must reach $6 to $6.5 trillion GDP and get ready to go to 10 trillion by 2032-33. So I think great expectation across the board.